Ladies and gentlemen, in the ring at this time, please welcome superstar grime recording artist Stormzy as he brings to the ring Anthony Joshua.
Well, this is normally where Alex Arthur and I would be doing the talking, but we don't sell as much as this fella, do we? I think we've got to shut up and let him do his thing.
That's it, Nick. That is exactly it. Me and you need to shut up.
Man try to say he's better than AJ. Tell my man shut up. Man's been dealing like Beyblade. I rude boy, shut up. Better than AJ, shut up. Best in the ring, not a rude boy. Look, couple man call me a backup dancer. On stage of the Brits, I'm a backup dancer. If that makes me a backup dancer, the man in your vids, the man in your pics. Man wanna chat about backup dancer. Big man like me with a beard, I'm a big man, how the... Wait, look, army comes everywhere I go. I can't run with my enemy show. Walk in the club with all of my thugs. Party's done, everybody go home. Apart from the girl, them, you lot stay. Walk in the club with the girl, say hey. Tell a man like I'm K to the A. There's no champagne, we don't rate. Yeah, I'm the best, I'm so cocky. I got a mob like ASAP Rocky. I set trends, don't man copy. They catch feelings, I catch bodies. They roll deep, I roll squaddy. Got about 25... They drink Baileys, I drink Vossi. I get murky, they get... Look, if you got a GAT, bring it out. Most of the real bad boys from South. If you want to do me...
Doesn't this man look at home with the spotlight on him? And what a spotlight as well.
I might sing, but I ain't sold out. Nowadays, all of my shows sold out. Headline tour, yeah, blood sold out. When me rolling, they roll out.
Extraordinary atmosphere for what is a British and Commonwealth heavyweight title fight at the end of the day. But of course, it's a lot more than that. Two unbeaten prospects, two guys tipped for superstardom. Only one prevailed tonight.
I say Mercs to walk in the plot. I take care when I walk on my plot. These MCs when I talk about Lord of the Mic, you ain't even Lord of your yard. Dead MCs, but leave me alone. Me and your girl when you speak on the phone. Kill the whole crew of MCs on my own. Kill the whole crew of MCs for the throne. I was so hungry, so damn hungry.
Well, it's the same old Anthony Joshua that we've seen throughout the course of his career, coming in looking relaxed, smiling, really so popular with the people. But there's a real sense that this is a deep-seated grudge for Anthony Joshua, and what he can't do tonight, Alex, is allow himself to get dragged into something emotionally.
Well, no, he certainly can't, Nick, because as we know, Dillian Whyte is 1-0 up just now, and this is very much a revenge mission for Anthony Joshua as well, but he has to put that, in my opinion, to the back of his mind and focus on what is happening tonight, not what happened in the past.
Yeah, the past is another country for Anthony Joshua. That fight that Alex was referring to, of course, when the two of them met as amateurs very, very early in Joshua's career. And you get the sense that both of them realise, you know what, we can't take anything from that, although that hasn't stopped Dillian Whyte making some noise that he's already beaten this man once, and he's ready to do it again. So bye-bye Stormzy for now. And here comes the body snatcher, Dillian Whyte. Jonathan Banks leading him out. Well, when I first saw Dillian Whyte a couple of years ago, Alex, you thought, yeah, this is a guy with a lot of potential, but I wasn't sure he was ready to be on this kind of stage this early in his career. I'm sure that butterflies must be going even in his stomach at the moment. He's a very, very assured fella, but what a stage this is for him. And I like the mind games going on here. Joshua being made to wait.
Yep, he sure is. But I must say, he does look relaxed, Nick. Chatting to the British Boxing Board, the control officials. Passing the time away. Quite sure he's quite anxious to get started, though.
No surprise that it is a Joshua house. This is a man that really has captured the imagination of the public.
And now coming to the ring from Brixton, the undefeated Dillian, the body snatcher Whyte.
When this foul is in the ring, you're going to get the final bell. One of the biggest fights in British boxing years. That'll be one of the game.
Here's a bit of music we all know, Alex. Hey, the Shark, he's coming out. I thought he was the body snatcher. Dillian Whyte, though, bringing the Jaws theme to the O2 Arena tonight. Is there going to be and certainly believes we will.
Ladies and gentlemen, live on Sky Sports Box Office, Mr. Eddie Hearn for Matchroom Boxing is proud to present the main event of the evening. Two undefeated heavyweights. Somebody's has got to go. 12 rounds of boxing for the Commonwealth and vacant British Heavyweight Championship. Sponsored by William Hill Vegas, StubHub, Lonsdale, and the motion picture Creed, starring Michael B. Jordan and Sylvester Stallone in cinemas everywhere, January 15th. Sanctioned by the British Boxing Board of Control, steward in charge, Charles Giles. Timekeeper at the bell, Michael McCann. The three judges scoring are Michael Alexander, Ian John Lewis, and John Kane. And inside the ring, in charge of the action at the bell, your referee, Howard Foster. And now, the officials are ready, the fighters are in the ring, and they are ready. Fight fans, are you ready? For the thousands in attendance and the millions watching around the world, ladies and gentlemen, Let's get ready to rumble! Introducing first, fighting out of the red corner, wearing black and purple, official weight 17 stone 9 pounds. He holds the WBC International Silver Belt and has a perfect professional record consisting of 16 fights, 16 victories, including 13 big wins by knockout, and his last 12 fights, all wins by KO. From Brixton, the undefeated Dillian, the body snatcher, and across the ring, fighting out of the blue corner, wearing red, officially weighing in at 17 stone 7 pounds. Since capturing Olympic gold, he has a perfect professional record, 14 fights, 14 victories, 14 knockouts, and he holds the WBC International Championship. From London, the Olympic gold medal heavyweight fighting pride of the UK, the undefeated Commonwealth heavyweight champion, Anthony Joshua.
Spoke to you both in the dressing room, you both know what I expect. Keep it clean, break straight away when told. Both you want your heads in close, good luck to you both. Touch gloves.
Absolutely dwarfed, isn't he, Howard Foster, the third man in the ring? So here it is. Anthony Joshua defending his Commonwealth title, up for grabs, the vacant British title, vacated by Tyson Fury. One of these two men will be taking both those belts and moving onwards and upwards. Somebody will be leaving with a first ever defeat. It's scheduled for 12. Surely there is no way it's going to go the distance.
Yep, you thought maybe somebody like Terry O'Connor, equal height and weight to those lads, wouldn't you? Little Howard Foster. Well, he's not so little, but he looks little.
He's dwarfed, isn't he, by these two big guys. Joshua's come in at a trim 245 pounds. That's his 6th fight in a row that he's been in the 240s, and Whyte has really got himself in shape because he has carried a bit of excess poundage in recent fights, but he's got himself down to 247 and looks good at 247 as well. Has taken this very seriously under Jonathan Banks, as you would expect, because Banks doesn't carry passengers. But can Banks get Dillian Whyte over what is without question the biggest challenge of his career? And Joshua's off to a
starting fast, Nick. Yeah, see that, he's going with the hook in the right hand straight away, really trying to stamp his authority on Dillian Whyte, let him know he's the boss right away here.
Jolting straight left hand there as well. That's had Whyte backing up.
Oh, good counter right hand from Joshua as well. I'm really actually quite surprised at how quick he started here. I really did think he'd try and ease in, get Whyte on the end of the jab, try and control the tempo. But no, he's put his feet on the gas, Nick.
Yeah, just drew the lead there and planted that counter right hand once again. Will be interesting if this does go deep, because neither of those guys know what it's like to go into a long fight.
Yeah,
you know, they're 3 and 4 rounds, that's it, done.
Well, you would be surprised if Joshua maintains this type of work ethic and tempo, especially with Whyte's well-reputed body punching. He digs the body on the sly quite often. He's already landed one pretty good left hook to Anthony Joshua's midsection, which, good shot there from Joshua, a little stagger from Whyte.
Yeah, as he was trying to land his left hook there as well, Whyte.
Doesn't Joshua look so slim round the middle, Nick? He's you wouldn't be far off saying he maybe had something like a 32 waist.
Yeah, really. Well,
so Whyte will be targeting that, but there's another heavy assault from Joshua. This is really early, Nick.
Yeah, he's putting his foot down here, and look at this, look at that grin on his face there. It's like, I got you. And Whyte at the moment is backed up.
Yeah, but
trying to just roll with it here.
Yeah, he is, but he's trying to land that counter left hook as well, Whyte, Nick, as Joshua marauders forward. He's got to be careful he doesn't walk into that left hook counter. Whyte loves that shot. He just tucks the chin down and throws it blind, and it often lands.
Joshua looks like he's got absolutely no respect for Whyte's technique, which is still a work in progress, and Jonathan Banks has admitted that. There is much needed in terms of his development, Dillian Whyte, but he's got such terrific upper body strength that when he lands these hooks, particularly those left, they're uncultured, they're unsophisticated, but if they land, it's a detonating punch.
There's that left hook to the body again. Joshua working at this pace and being tagged with those body shots is not going to bode well for him, Nick, if this goes past 7, 8, 9 rounds. That's a frantic
one on the
first
bell
round.
there. Oh, and look at Whyte. Whyte's gone crazy. Oh. Banks is in there straight away. Well, Joshua certainly landed after the bell. Everybody's in there. Peter Sims looks like he wants to have a go. Well, this is absolute chaos here at the end of this first round. And Jonathan Banks has done a great job. He's thrown Whyte in his corner and shielded him as everybody's just going berserk here. There's Clifton Mitchell, head of security, an old British title challenger himself, and anyway, throwing everybody out.
British amateur super heavyweight champions in there as well, who's also a security guard.
Everybody's in there.
Yeah.
What's going on?
Pretty tough security guards tonight, isn't there?
Meanwhile, that's Tony Sims just settling Joshua down. He did land after the bell. What a reaction from Whyte. And Howard Foster, I think, just happy to see that storm blow over. But Jonathan Banks, the way he jumped in there so quickly, he's kept a lid on that. Otherwise, that could have got really ugly because Whyte was going after Joshua.
Yeah, he sure was. I think his brother was in there as well. I think his brother's bigger than him.
Basically, you had to be 6'3" and 250 pounds to get in that ring at that point. There were about 12 big guys in there. Well, as if this fight needed anything else. And I wonder if Howard Foster might... Yeah, he is. He's calling timeout, and he's going to settle them down, and that is good refereeing. It's like, you guys just cool it. Now settle everything down. This is a superheated atmosphere here, and we don't need any of that nonsense.
Just reminding them it is a boxing match, it's Queensberry rules. Behave yourself, lads. Have a fair fight, no hitting after the bell. Fair enough, Nick, really. The boys want to get on with it now. Come on, Howard, let them get on with it now.
No, I think Howard Foster's done absolutely the right thing.
Nah, he was, of course he was.
These guys in younger years, they've both been street brawlers. They've both had their background. And I think Howard Foster's just reminding them, you're not in the streets now.
Yep.
This is a boxing ring.
Queensberry rules.
Brave man that will calm those two fellas down, but I think he did a nice job there. Joshua still chatting away as he did throughout that first round, and obviously provoked that reaction from Whyte with that shot that was just slightly after the bell. He's got a bit of history with this sort of stuff, Joshua. He won't necessarily step over the line, but he will blur it. I can think of a couple of times he's landed a punch when an opponent's been on one knee and got away with it. And he was certainly very happy to test if he could get away with a late one there.
Good work with the left hand from Dillian Whyte there, doubling up on the jab, following a right hand at the back of that, then a left hook. Had success with them all. Better start to the second round, certainly for Dillian Whyte than it was in the first. Joshua raced out and took the centre of the ring and almost bullied Whyte around in the first round, but that's not what's happening here, Nick. There's a little bit of a change here. Joshua has to get on the jab if he wants to get back to being the dominant figure here.
Well, that would make sense as well, given the physical advantages that he's got. If he can just sit behind that jab, he can pick up a few rounds stress-free.
Yeah. Well,
it's just not in his nature. He wants to get him out of there, doesn't he? You can tell there's some bad intentions between these two. They really don't get along. A lovely right uppercut from Joshua that just had the head spinning back. But I tell you what, Whyte has taken a couple of good punches here already in this fight.
Oh, that's a big right hand.
Too many more of those, though.
Yeah. Oh, there's a bigger left hook, Nick.
Oh, and he's shaking here.
That's that counter left hook we were talking about earlier.
Joshua's wobbling. Now, what a moment this is for Whyte. Early in the second round, Joshua shaken down to his foundations.
He's losing his feet as well. He's losing his feet as well, Nick. Dillian Whyte has to keep balanced. There's a good right hand. It's not his best shot. We know that the left hook is his dominant weapon. And Joshua just wasn't thinking as he attacked and pushed forward there. He's got to be careful of that. He ran right into that left hook.
He definitely got overconfident there, Anthony Joshua. Looks like he might have just got his equilibrium back, but he was shaken. We'll see that on the replays, I'm sure. What a moment that was for Whyte. It was a bit crude following up. He knew that the opening was there, but he couldn't quite close the deal.
No. Couldn't put the finishing touches on that there. He lost his feet in. His balance went a little bit.
There's that left hook again. Every time he throws it, you think, hello. And a nice right to the body in response from Joshua.
Well, Nick, you mentioned earlier that these boys have been a little bit rowdy on the streets in their day. That's exactly what this is turning into right here.
Yeah,
this
really
is basically a street fight with fists and gloves. Oh, that's a brutal body shot there, Nick. He doesn't want to take too many of them. He does not want to take too many of them if this is going to go out down the stretch, because they are exhausting shots to take, especially a tall, lean heavyweight like Joshua. There's not a lot in the round the sides and the torso to absorb those shots.
Well, he was full on here, wasn't he? And suddenly...
Yep, glancing blow though. Didn't take the full weight of that shot.
But suddenly he came back with one of those looping left hooks. Responded so well, having his head rocked
Here
back
it is,
there.
Nick, I think. This is a shot. Yeah, there it is.
Look, he's falling into it. Just for a moment, he was wobbling. Whyte just couldn't measure him. I tell you, if he'd landed one more clean after that, it gives you an indication of the power that Dillian Whyte brings. It is one punch knockout power. Well, there's a bit of history. That's the first time we've seen anybody cleanly tag Anthony Joshua in his whole career. And if that doesn't get him switched on properly now, nothing will. And I'm sure Tony Sims in the corner was saying, you can't take this man lightly. He's got that crude power that if he does tag you, you're going to be in trouble. And Joshua must be saying to himself, yeah, I know, I just felt it.
Yeah, I hope they're also warning him in the corner about the body shots as well, because they will definitely take their toll, especially with the tempo that Joshua's setting. Once they keep those elbows in.
Well, it's not been dull, has it?
Not so
Living
far.
up to the hype, this one.
Sure is. Whyte touches the body with the jab and tries to bring the right hand over the top. Looking for gaps. There it is again. He's not had any success with it, but you can see where he's coming from. He's trying to get Joshua to drop the hands. He's repeated the move too many times now.
Got jolted by another straight right. Defensively, he's got a lot of work to do, Dillian
sure
Whyte.
has.
Joshua is pretty comfortably tagging him with these straight shots.
Yeah.
There's very little movement, head or body, from Whyte.
If something doesn't work and you try it again and again, and it still doesn't work, you should probably forget about it. I guess that comes with experience, Nick, as well. And Whyte's just trying to sort of find a way in here still. But he is on the front foot a little bit more this round than he has been in the previous two rounds. We've seen Joshua back Whyte up mainly. Or is it a tactic from Whyte? Is he trying to bring Joshua onto a big punch? It certainly worked in the second round with that left hook, didn't it?
It wouldn't be the worst tactic. Top body work from Joshua there.
Yeah, Joshua hitting the mark with the right hand in this round so far. It's a better round from Whyte. It's a good body shot. Dillian Whyte's been far busier in this round.
But he's still having real problems dealing with these straight shots. That jab of Joshua's is missed there on a couple of occasions. Whyte actually did a better job with it, but too often that straight ramrod jab of Joshua's just getting through without anything stopping it.
He's not missing the mark either, time after time in this round, Whyte. He's having a little bit more success here. He's also not giving up as much ground as he has in the previous rounds as well. Although here we now see him a little bit on the back foot, digging in a few body shots. Joshua giving him a couple back,
Yeah, Joshua's not ignoring the body either.
Good answer against the body puncher, is hitting back to the body.
Well, Anthony Joshua has already gone deeper than he's ever gone as a professional. In April, he went 1 minute and 21 into the third round against the Florida man, Jason Gavin. That's as far as he's ever gone before. So he's in new territory, and Whyte won't be long in joining him in new territory. He's never been past 4 rounds. A lot quieter that round, which is hardly surprising after all the drama that we saw in the first two. And I don't think Dillian Whyte and Jonathan Banks will mind that one little bit. left hook that Joshua was open to again, and he's just wrapped it round the backside there a little bit. That was a missed opportunity for Whyte.
Yeah, the timing out was a little bit off there. So Joshua's happy about that. You don't want that landed flush.
Joshua, wake up. Let's defend the goodies, have a couple of swings. I don't want you to
Seconds out, round 4.
They were really refocusing him there, weren't they? That was Tony and Peter Sims pretty much telling him just to wake up and get switched on there. A lovely little sharp counter left hand there from Joshua at the start of this 4th round. As again, Whyte was crude and left himself open, and you do feel this is going to be his undoing at some point. He does leave himself so open in his urgency to try and land a big power punch. And the right hand no good again from Whyte, and he's taken another shot. And you're so right what you said about the danger of the left hand is not matched, should I say, by the threat in the right hand for Dillian Whyte.
Yeah, he's still not brought that right hand up to speed in terms of how it compares with his left hand.
It's almost
that's
two
for
different
sure.
fighters, isn't it?
There's
nothing like a balanced attack from Dillian Whyte. All the threat comes from the left.
Yeah, can't be throwing lazy jabs either, Whyte. Joshua will certainly counter over the top. He's a top-flight amateur, as we all know, boxed all over the world.
This jab is starting to become a nuisance here for Whyte. Just can't seem to get out of the way of it consistently at all.
Loading up again though, Nick. You know, he needs to be busy with the jab, Joshua, if anything. He's went for the left hook, followed by the right hand on a number of occasions now. Good body punching there from Joshua.
Yeah.
Flicks at a sharp jab.
Left hook in the left hooker.
Yeah.
Nice again with the outside work from Joshua. Those outside hooks coming through.
Yeah, we got
Whyte
better of that.
Whyte's got some durability, I'll say that for him.
Yeah, he has, but his balance also looks a little bit off, Nick, doesn't it? The feet aren't exactly going together with the hands either.
They never have, though. He's always had that little technical flaw. It's another one of those things. I'm sure Banks has looked at that and said, well, we'll deal with that when it matters. But at the moment, he's certainly looking ungainly for taking right hands like that.
Yep, a little bit shaky there again.
But he's never been a smooth technician, Dillian Whyte, and I don't think he ever will be. I don't think he got schooled correctly early enough. But as the greatest heavyweight of all time, or certainly one of them once said, it's only a problem if it doesn't work. Muhammad Ali, of course, said that. And Whyte has certainly not had any problems so far through his career, but certainly as he goes up, some of these rawness edges about him will get exposed, do you think? And Joshua picking him off pretty comfortably here. Now it's a good round for the Commonwealth champion. Joshua, of course, winning that against the Scotsman Gary Cornish in September in 1 minute and 37 seconds. That's typical Scottish resistance, Alex. It didn't last long, your countryman.
I think I probably would have done better against Anthony Joshua than the big fellow.
It was on the same night.
Oh, good shot there.
Dillian Whyte was getting rid of the tough guy from Pennsylvania, Brian Minto, in 3 rounds. A quieter round, a good round for Joshua, who's looking back at Dillian Whyte as if to say, I got your number now. And I think Tony Sims might be a little bit happier than he was 3 minutes ago. That's exactly what he's saying.
Yeah, you're a different class to him. Yeah, pick your shots. Keep your boxing up. Right hand from Whyte while moving right, which is pretty unusual, but it was effective and it worked. I was impressed that Joshua went to the body so often in that round, giving Whyte a little taste of his own medicine.
Seconds out, round 5.
Round 5 then, you'd have got good odds on it going this far. And it's the first time into a 5th round now for Dillian Whyte. Both of them now in uncharted territory. Not even at the halfway point yet, but I think the onus, the pressure here is on Dillian Whyte after the last couple of rounds. He's not been at his best, particularly not in that last round. It was important you respond to a bit of adversity like that, when you've clearly lost a round, you've got to come back with something a little bit different. And at the moment, Whyte just seems to be a little bit out of ideas, and Joshua keeps picking him off at range like that. A smile from Whyte, but it's another one of those raking right hands over the top. And Joshua's had a lot of success with that. And as much as that big left hook of Dillian Whyte's is a strength, Alex, and it certainly is, but if it doesn't connect, he will leave himself open to those right-hand counters.
He sure will. He has to make sure he's at least hitting something, Nick. Whyte a little bit more on the front foot this round as well. Tries a double jab in the right hand, but he's countered quite quickly by Anthony Joshua, who left himself in a really good position to punch back there. Not something he always does.
Ooh,
good counter for right there.
Yeah, with the right hand as well.
A little bit of counter punching going on in this round. Both guys trying to lure the other into something big. You're getting a bit of everything in this fight, Nick, aren't you?
Yeah, really.
And the work rate and the tempo is pretty high for lads this size. Let me tell you that. This is almost a middleweight pace.
Yeah, and they were down to business right from the first round. And it's a good point you make. You just wonder if one of these guys might blow up in the middle rounds here, because it is a fast pace.
Sure is.
They've gone deeper than they've ever gone before. And Whyte in particular is burning up a lot of energy. Not much coming from Whyte at the moment. The man that is forcing the pace, that is looking the boss in there at the moment, is the Commonwealth champion, Anthony Joshua.
Digging into the body there, Nick. Twice over. Left hooks to the body, rather deliberate and quite obvious looking, but had success with them.
So that's a pouring jab from Whyte. He's just sort of pushing it out. There doesn't seem to be an awful lot behind it. I think he's feeling this, you know.
You think so? Yeah, maybe so. Has been a frantic pace.
He's completely being outworked and bossed at the moment, Whyte. And looking to grab on there as well. Now Foster's not having any of that. It's been a while since he's had any success. That moment in that second round already seems a distant memory. There's another solid, if not exactly spectacular round from Anthony Joshua, and I don't think Tony Sims will mind that at all. That's two back-to-back very dominant rounds that have been risk-free as well. And there's that right hand just jolting. The effect it has on Dillian Whyte. He's taken a lot of those over the course of this fight. When the right hand lands of Whyte, that doesn't seem to bother Joshua one little bit. Taking account of his pains. As you said earlier, though, he's been peppering the body as well, Joshua. It's been quite intelligent and a well-planned assault. This.
Yeah, no, so far, you know, you can't say that it's been a rather, you know, straightforward, typical heavyweight assault from Joshua. He has been quite cagey about what he's doing.
Yeah.
But in my opinion, so is Dillian Whyte. They're both trying to be tactically smart. Whose tactics will prevail, Nick? That's the question. We've seen some good counter punching. We've seen good inside work. We've seen some heavy shots. We've seen both men wobbled. You know, we've got a bit of everything here tonight.
And we've seen both men missing as well.
Yeah, we should have. Conversations going on. Punching after the bell.
Yeah.
It's not been dull for a second.
I feared the whole thing might get scrapped at the end of that first round when all those big guys were charging around the place. Whyte lands a right to the body there, but Joshua was backing up to just neutralise it. And
yeah, everyone looked like they were having a lot of fun. Leave them alone, Nick.
Well, that's your idea of fun. That's a Scottish night out if ever I saw one.
There's Whyte trying to counter with the left hook again.
Yeah, talking about fun nights out. I don't think Dillian Whyte's having any fun at all at the moment. That left hand of his has just not been a factor these last 3 rounds. He gets picked off here. He's been outworked, out-hustled, and Joshua is absolutely running this, and just get the sense that there's a little edge of desperation coming in to Whyte's work, and there's nothing behind those punches that he just threw there. Absolutely nothing.
The most worrying thing for Whyte and his team is when you see him being backed up quite heavily. You know, he's just landed a good shot there, though, trying to get a little bit of ground back.
Nah, really? That's your right hand?
Yeah, he's playing Joshua's playing a psychological game here with Whyte, and he has been, Nick, since the first round. He's been chatting to him and, you know, really winding him up all the way through this. And some great punch picking there. Whyte's trying to come back again, though. He's got a big heart, Whyte.
Oh, he has.
He's not going to back up for nothing. You're going to have to knock this man spark out, Nick, to keep him down there. Otherwise, he's going to be right there in front of you all night, looking for that left hook.
Yeah, and trying to get himself on the front foot here in this 6th round as well. Now, whether he can stay there, if he can start backing Joshua up, it gets interesting again. But I'm just looking at the snap in those punches from Whyte, and it's not there, you know. It's not there.
No, it's not. Almost rubber-armed, isn't he?
Yeah.
It's like the elastic bands that have been stretched too much. His arms are just a little bit spaghetti-like almost. He doesn't seem to be getting any weight on those shots at all, where when Joshua lets his hands go, they look sharp, precise, authoritative. They're really, really powerful. It's a good counter punch as well timed there from Joshua.
Took another really loose lead, and there's been a few of those in this spell.
Took a little step back, knew Whyte would go for it. Landed a lovely counter right hand there.
Well, I'll tell you what, there was a bit of inside work there, and Joshua was on top of that one, and a good long look at each other, almost a smirk of contempt there for Anthony Joshua, who's had 3 very, very good rounds now after that shaky second. Well, there's one of those right hands that he landed, and Joshua just looked at that and said, really? If that's the best you've got, you're in trouble. Yeah, look.
Yeah, there you go, Nick. He's been doing it all night, hasn't he? He's playing little mind games with him.
Well, he didn't when that left hook landed in the second.
No, he certainly never had time. No, he never had time. He had to regroup and get his senses back, get his feet back under him, didn't he?
Yeah, that was oh, hang on. You got my attention, but not much since has got his attention. He's definitely starting to look a bit crude, a bit wild, almost desperate here. And that leaves him open, wide open, Dillian Whyte. Well, you'd have got some odds on this. We're going into the second half of this one.
Yeah, really surprising. And the way it started in round 1, would you believe we'd be here now?
Round 7 then.
Testimony to the fitness and the durability of these guys and how much they want to win, Nick.
I tell you, somewhere around about now, the gamblers in the audience that have bet on this one going the distance are daring to dream, aren't they?
Yeah, they sure are.
Long way to go.
I think there was quite big bets on after round 6, the fight ending. So let's see what happens. But this looks like we're maybe in it for the long haul here, Nick, because both guys are still, in my opinion, trying to assert their dominance. Who is the dominant guy? Who's landing the bigger shots? Both have showed good chins. Both are showing good stamina up to now. Oh, it's a big shot, Nick.
Rocked him early out of nowhere. Another right hand as he left himself wide open again there, Whyte, and has paid for it. Now, Joshua's got him in trouble. Whyte backing up. Now, can he ride this out?
Yeah, he can't look for one big shot, though. He's got to put them together. Oh, Whyte is all at sea, Nick.
Look at those legs. Joshua's got all day to try and get this finished if he can. Can Whyte somehow weather this storm? Get through this barrage. Another big right hand. Joshua looks like he's in no rush. He's playing the matador in there at the moment. Bludgeoned him with a huge right uppercut. Whyte is down, and I'm not sure he's getting up from that.
This is over, Nick. He's not getting up. No way.
Waved off immediately. Absolutely destroyed.
What
Anthony
a shot.
Joshua. Oh, stunning finish.
Was that a right uppercut, Nick?
The finish was the right uppercut, but it was that long right hand that opened him up. And when he had him in trouble, he was utterly, utterly ruthless. Commonwealth champion, now British champion. Next stop, possibly for this man, the world. That was a ruthless finish, absolutely stunning. Well, I'd said it in the last couple of rounds, Alex, that I thought he was starting to look a little bit weary, but once that first right hand caught him, Dillian Whyte's resistance just evaporated.
Yep, I didn't expect that, Nick, not there. It looked like it was going to go a little bit longer than that.
It means so much to him. There was a definite personal edge to that for Anthony Joshua. Robert Smith, the General Secretary of the Boxing Board, in there just cooling him down a little bit. This one meant a lot. It really did, personally. It also means he adds the British heavyweight title to his collection of belts as well, and that means something special for any British boxer. You win that domestic belt, Lord Lonsdale's belt, you're in the record books forever. Well, Dillian Whyte had his moment, didn't he? But he was never really able to capitalise on that. Hopefully he's okay. They're just taking some precautions with him now. And Joshua is just now in a neutral corner until everybody is sure that White's okay. All celebrations in one corner and still some concern in the other. White looks okay. There's no huge medical concern around him, which is good news, but well, that's a huge win. Biggest win of his career. He stays unbeaten, British champion. And how would you evaluate that performance?
Well, you know, you can see there's lots to improve on, you know, but from where we are, Nick, you know, this was a tremendous right hand, right on the temple as well. Look where it lands, wrecks all the equilibrium, takes a balance and throws it out, and it landed it perfect right round the side. White just couldn't recover from that. And my concern was that Joshua was looking for one big shot, loading up a little bit too much, rather than put his shots together, give the referee a reason to jump in. But of course he didn't need that in the end, Nick, because that huge shot landed. The right uppercut, I believe it was.
Well, he's doing everything right here, isn't he, White?
He sure is, yeah.
He's just trying to evade, survive, but once that uppercut went in, you're not getting up from that.
No.
That was good night.
Super power he got in that. So much power. Watch how much dip he gets in the legs. The shots prior were heavy. Leverage there. I thought it was a left hook originally, but it was the right uppercut. The hook missed.
You can see where the left arm is of White's as well. Yeah. He's not getting up from that. Howard Foster didn't bother with a count.
Oh,
yeah, those are the ones you don't get up from.
No, the left hook missed, Nick, and maybe a good thing it did.
Yeah, you're right.
The hook comes straight after the uppercut.
Absolute beauty.
Here comes the hook now. Good, he was a little bit late with that hook.
That is how you finish a fight. Wow. Well, 90% of the fans in the O2 are happy with that outcome. Not as happy as him. He really wanted this one. It's all smiles in that corner now, where both corners had to do a job of work. Tony Sims and his crew had to just straighten Joshua out after he was tagged in that second round, and of course Jonathan Banks, I think, saved the whole fight with his prompt actions at the end of the first, when it all got very, very heated. Now it's all smiles. Well,
ladies and gentlemen, the end comes at 1 minute 27 seconds, round number 7. The winner by knockout victory, now 15-0, 15 KOs, and he is the unified Commonwealth and British heavyweight champion, the fighting pride of the UK, Joshua Anthony Joshua.
Anthony Joshua is confirmed, coming through the biggest challenge of his career to add the British title to his Commonwealth belt in a fight that really lived up to its billing. That was a good one.